Hello, Sim family. I'm Sim Millennial, a Sim Millennial. And 'tis the season for cozy gaming. And like many of you, during the holiday season, I not only spend time with my family, but also with my Nintendo Switch, Steam Deck, and PC for some heavy duty cozy gaming. 2025 was a great year for cozy games, and yes, some of the new releases did intrigue me. Some I played, some I didn't, some I only spent a short while. So while the games that I mentioned in this video I did play in 2025, not all of them released in 2025. So there will be some that are familiar, some that are severely underrated, and some that are still in development. So without further ado, here are my top 5 cozy games of 2025. And first is The Witch of Fern Island, and we don't talk about this game enough. We really don't. The community does not give this game enough credit. You are a witch on an island. You have to prove yourself through magic, as well as discovering all of the secrets on the island that have yet to unfold. I am over 60 hours and I haven't even begun to touch the surface of this game. There is farming that involves planting seeds, harvesting them. There is a mining system with different types of ore to collect. There's fishing. There's also a very complex and very impressive system of materials, seeds, flowers that grow across this massive map during different seasons. And overall, the game is stunning. I've spent hours just roaming around, exploring different regions of the map. And again, the map is massive, so there's always something to find and discover. In town, you can do things like shop for clothing, you can visit the salon, you can also visit Cassandra's Flower Bee shop to pick up some local seasonal seeds. A little further into the game, you can play as a familiar, and while there are NPCs to interact with throughout the game, none of them are romanceable, which is probably why it's not at the top of some people's list. And flying, which really sets The Witch of Fern Island apart from any other farming game that I've played. You won't be able to fly at least well into 20 hours of gameplay, but it is so worth it. After you have the ability to craft your broomstick, the sky is literally the limit. Next up, we have 2 Pixelia, and don't let this cute little farm scene fool you. 2 Pixelia is about that life. Pixelia is a full, thriving city. The developers really did a good job making it feel very lively. There's a casino where you can gamble away your hard earnings. You can own vehicles and drive throughout the city. Although I have to admit, it is not very intuitive. And if you really want to be about that life, Bottom Town is a place to go, where there's a nightclub. During the day, you can also earn a degree by attending university. You can also grocery shop, which is a nice little touch. There is over 100 locations to explore within the city. You can go to places such as the gym, you can play basketball, which includes a mini game. You can also take a trip to the local theater to catch a movie. There are a vast variety of jobs that you can apply for to earn a livable wage, and they're not rabbit holes. Each job has mini games such as the baker. You can also be a waitress, which is one of the first jobs that you get when you move to Pixelia. Depending on the dream you decide to pursue, there's also other mini games that you can partake in, such as a rock star performing gigs. You can rent or own property in Pixelia, and you can decorate these locations as you desire. There are needs that you do have to keep up with daily. There's mini games attached. I can see how they can become monotonous, but I don't mind. And yes, there are romanceable Pixelians that you can encounter. And I like how the game makes you work a little bit for the relationship. You can do things such as schedule dates, but during the date, there are mini games, or I guess I should say, chance involved in terms of how well the date goes. So depending on how you build your skills, that helps you have a more successful date. This next game, I have over 120 hours of playtime, and this is Sunhaven. There is no one who can convince me that this game is not perfection. You first start off by choosing what race you would like to play as well as customizing some other features. You can always change this later. And then you have your daily task of tending to your farm. You can also use magic that you learn along the way to support in daily tasks, such as watering your crops. And of course, there is farming. You can raise cows, chickens, pigs, and of course, they leave you some daily gifts such as milk and eggs. All of these materials, as well as scraps, can be used and crafted into various baked goods, recipes, all of which you can sell. Also, eating different recipes has its perks, such as increasing your attack damage as well as your overall health. And there is flying in Sunhaven, not quite like the Witch of Fern Island, but you see the appeal. There are many different regions or maps to explore. Later in the game, you do get the ability to teleport. First, we have Withergate, which is sort of like your gothic Halloween town region, if you know, you know. Next, we have Nelvara or Nelvari, which is your more fairy-like, whimsical, Zelda-inspired region, which is full of magic and mystery. One thing to mention is that each of these locations gives you your own house or place to rest. The next region is from the December 2025 3.0 patch, and this is the Great City. I haven't explored this much, but from what I see, it is very upscale, very elegant. The notes mention a new questline as well as stores, fruits, recipes. The next world is Brimstone, an underwater world. I haven't had an opportunity to explore much, but there is a new questline. Sunhaven is an RPG, so there is combat. There's a detailed skill tree where you can upgrade and earn points on spells and abilities. There's different monsters by region that vary in difficulty. And don't you worry, Sunhaven does have romanceable characters. There are currently over 20, and it seems like that number keeps growing with each update. Each romanceable NPC has their own distinct personality, likes, dislikes, and intriguing background story. With enough hearts, you can be invited on private dates, as well as get married to any NPC of your choice while still dating the others. Your spouse will move in with you and you'll be greeted by gifts on some mornings. You can also have a child with your spouse if you choose to. This next one is slowly becoming a favorite of mine, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. I've only put in about 10 hours so far, but I'm already in love with this game, especially with the character design. Like most farming games, you start out in a new town. This is Zephyr Town, and you're greeted by the mayor, and ultimately he's trying to get you to restore the once Grand Bazaar back to its place of formal glory. And like most other farming sims, you are given a cottage to move into, which you can slowly decorate over time. And I do have to say, the design of the game is very stunning, very vibrant, very colorful, and it is the aesthetic that this series, the Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons, has kept throughout this time, and it works. The bulk of your week is spent preparing for the bazaar on Saturday, so this involves planting, harvesting. This also involves crafting different items that you can sell at different prices, because when you do craft materials, they do have a higher price. The mechanics of the bazaar are fairly simple. You simply place items, you ring your bell, customers come over and buy the items that you have placed down. Occasionally, customers might request a specific item, and in that case, you just swap out for the object that you have or the item in your inventory. There is a semi-open world to explore, and I believe there are locations that I still have yet to unlock, but you can explore the exterior as well as interior of most buildings. And before you ask, yes, there are romanceable characters, and from what I have seen, there is not one character that is, I would say, aesthetically challenged. Each NPC has their own personality that you can lean into, and there seems to be somebody for everyone. So no matter what your preference is, there is a diverse cast for you to choose from to spend time with later on in the game. And last but certainly not least is Starsand Island, which is currently only a demo in the Steam store. And within 5 minutes of playing this game, I was hooked. This team certainly knows their audience. The art style is stunning. It's like the Story of Seasons, but they went the extra mile. And again, we know the story. Our protagonist is moving back to Starsand Island and is greeted by the mayor's assistant, who is actually a childhood friend. You move into a cozy cabin that your grandfather left for you that you will slowly fix up and renovate over time. You are then sent out to find a mentor of a profession that you choose to pursue. And going back to going the extra mile, this team really did a great job on building this world. The vibes are very chill. You really feel engrossed into the beachy atmosphere almost immediately. There's small touches they added, like vending machines, and you can, believe it or not, rent or I believe buy eventually a scooter or a vehicle, which makes the open world seem so vast, so fun to travel around. This small detail really brings the game to life. And you can swim. We have to mention that Enzoi, which released in March of this year, didn't have swimming as a feature until August during the Kahaya update. So having this feature in the base game demo, we are already heading in the right direction. When it comes to introducing the romanceable characters, the cutscenes are just simply cinematic. This team has done their research, they know their audience, and each scene is designed to draw you into the character and experience that initial first encounter with your protagonist. And each scene leaves you feeling that this is the start of something new, the start of something that will grow. So it is sort of an equal opportunity for anyone that you may decide to pursue later on in the game. And those are my top 5 cozy games of 2025. I hope you all enjoyed. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Wishing you all a very happy new year, and I'll see you next year.